You don't quit your diet at night because you're weak. You quit when motivation fades and your identity quietly takes over. Every morning starts the same way. You wake up determined, you plan your meals, you tell yourself, today I'll do it right. And then, by the afternoon, something shifts. Not because you forgot your goal, not because you stopped caring. You're standing in the kitchen. You open the fridge without thinking, not hungry, just tired. An invisible force is already driving your self-image, because your body doesn't follow motivation, it follows identity. And until you see this, every attempt to lose weight will feel like pushing a stone uphill, only to watch it roll back down again. This is not about discipline, it's about alignment. And once you understand this, the struggle changes forever. Traditional methods fail because they attack behavior, not identity. They tell you what to eat, when to stop, how much to move. But they never ask the most important question: who do you believe you are with food? So you try to eat like a new woman while still identifying as the old one. And that creates friction, not just physical, emotional. You eat well all day, you follow the plan, you stop when you're full. And instead of feeling calm, something feels off, uncomfortable, like you're pretending to be someone else. That discomfort isn't failure. It's identity conflict. Here's where most women misunderstand what's happening. The real danger isn't regaining the weight. The danger is reinforcing the belief that I can't stay consistent. I can't trust myself. I always mess it up. Every failed attempt tightens that story until your mind stops seeing change as possible. But there is another way. Not by pushing harder, not by forcing control, by changing the system that runs everything, your self-image. Your self-image works like a thermostat. In the body, homeostasis keeps things familiar. No matter how much pressure you apply, the system returns to what feels normal. Your brain works the same way. It doesn't ask, what do I want? It asks, who am I? And then it adjusts your behavior to match. So if deep inside you still see yourself as the woman who can't stay consistent, your brain will quietly guide you back there. Not through big failure, through small redirections, a craving after stress, a rationalization at night, a gentle, I'll start tomorrow. This isn't self-sabotage, it's self-protection. Identity feels like safety. When you restrict food, stress rises. Cortisol increases. Your nervous system shifts into defense. Your body doesn't hear weight loss, it hears threat. So when stress meets an old identity, the brain looks for relief. Food becomes comfort. Old habits feel safe. Consistency collapses. Not because you failed, but because the system corrected itself. That's why motivation never lasts. Motivation is emotional energy. It rises, it falls, it disappears when life gets heavy. Identity doesn't fluctuate, it governs. Here's the emotional turning point most women miss. There is nothing wrong with you. You weren't lazy, you weren't broken, you weren't undisciplined. You were loyal to the version of yourself you learned to be. And loyalty runs deep, but identity is not permanent. It's learned, and anything learned can be updated. Real change doesn't start with motivation, it starts with evidence. Your brain doesn't change through inspiration, it changes through proof. Every small action becomes data. A vote. When you break a promise, your brain records, see, this is who we are. But when you follow through, even once, trust begins to rebuild. Evidence doesn't need to be dramatic. It needs to be consistent. You pause before eating. You stop when you've had enough. You choose nourishment instead of relief. Nothing big happens on the outside, but something shifts on the inside. Your subconscious hears, something is different now. Identity is not changed in the mirror. It's changed in repetition. Neuroplasticity responds to frequency, not intensity. Big transformations don't rewrite identity. Daily alignment does. What once felt like discipline starts to feel like self-respect. What once required effort becomes calm, automatic. This is the new identity, the woman who eats without negotiating, the woman who doesn't need motivation to stop, the woman for whom consistency feels natural. You never quit your diet because you were weak. You quit because your identity was protecting the familiar. Change the identity, and the body follows without resistance. You were never meant to fight your body. You were meant to lead it. This is where real transformation actually begins.